let us find center of mass of some compound rigid bodies. So sometimes we have some compound rigid bodies which are not symmetric, but their parts are symmetric. So let us say for a laminar type body with uniform negligible thickness, laminar type means just 2D sheet, and so we can apply the following formula. So formula is basically M1 R1 plus M2. This is the same formula as if there was a discrete system, right? So what is M1 R1 M2 R2? So basically, for an example, let us say we have a compound object. We can divide it in various symmetric objects. M1 is mass of first symmetric object. R1 is position of center of mass of that first symmetric object. What about M2? M2 is second object which we cut out of that. And all the masses. How do you write mass in 2D? Basically, mass is density into volume. So density into volume, which is area of cross section into thickness. Let us say it's very small thickness is T, right? So that is going to be density into volume, that is going to be the mass. So this formula is given over here. All the masses can be written like that. So what is M1? M1 is basically density 1, area 1 and thickness 1. Mass 2, density 2, area 2, thickness 2. So if it is a sheet of equal thickness, then all these T1, T2 can be replaced by a single T. And if the densities are also same, then all these can be written as simply rho, which is the density of the entire lamina. So all these rho can be cancelled out and all these T can be cancelled out. So formula just becomes A1 R1 plus A2 R2, where what is A1? A1 is the first area. What is R1? R1 is position of center of mass of that area. So this is how we can apply it area wise also for a 2D object. If it is a 3D object, then same thing can be done for volume. So it will be V1 R1 plus V2 R2 plus V3 R3 divided by sum of all the volumes. Let us look at an example. So this is a question where position of center of mass of this lamina needs to be found out. What I can do is, this is a lamina, so I am dividing it in 3 parts. One is this, second is that, and third is this. So now, where does the center of mass of this and this sheet lies? So first is, this is M1 and this is the position of center of mass of that first mass. What about this second sheet? That is M2, center of mass lie at C2. And what about the third sheet? It is M3 and center of mass lie at C3. Now, treat the entire this part of the section and put it over here. Simply put this entire mass over here and treat this as a point mass. So let us apply the same formula to find the position of center of mass. So I am saying that RCM is integration. Here we can't apply integration. It should be summation, as we are treating them as discrete objects. So RCM is going to be summation of MI RI divided by sum of all the MI. And now here if you see, we have 2D object kept in XY plane. So I am going to find two separate things, that is XCM and YCM, rather than directly getting RCM. So let us first get XCM. So XCM is going to be M1 X1 plus M2 X2 plus M3 X3. Divide by M1 plus M2 plus M3. And this is a rectangular sheet. Here all 3 squares are basically 1 by 1 square, as you can see in the figure. So all of them have equal masses also. So let us consider all as M, M and M. So first M, what is the X coordinate? X coordinate is over here, which is basically this is 0, 0, this is 2, 0. So this is 1, 0. And the X coordinate is going to be half for first. Second M. This M is kept between 1 and 2, that is 1.5. So either you write 1.5 or 3 by 2. Third mass is this, which is kept at again same X as C1, right? The M1. So this is again half. Divide by M plus M plus M, that is going to give me 3M. And let us solve this. So first you can take M common and cancel it out. Then half and 3 by 2, that gives me 5 by 2. divide by 3. So eventually we get 5 by 6. All these positions. So this is going to be my x coordinate. Similarly, we are going to find the y coordinate. So what is going to be YCM? YCM is going to be also 5 by 6 like that. So XCM and YCM both are going to be 5 by 6, 5 by 6. And at the end we can say center of mass lie at this coordinate, which can be called RCM, final position of our center of mass. So for Y also, apply M1 Y1 plus M2 Y2 plus M3 Y3, divide by M1 plus M2 plus M3. So all M are M only, and Y coordinates, you can say both of these are half-half, and this is basically 3 by 2. So you will get the same formula again. So this will also by calculation come to be 5 by 6 only. So that is what our center of mass is. This is our case 2, where again we have to find the center of mass of compound rigid bodies, but when some area is removed from the entire body, so some area or some part is missing. So in this case, basically you treat the masses, the part which has been removed, you treat that as a negative mass. So here the same formulas can be applied, but rather than positive M2, we are replacing that with minus M2. So the cavity will be treated as a negative mass, and here also it would be M1 plus M2, but rather than this, we are going to use minus M2, right? So the formula is going to be this. If you want to treat in terms of area, then you can go with A1 R1 minus A2 R2. What is A2? A2 is the area of the cavity. And what is R2? R2 is the center of mass of the cavity. What about M2 and minus M2? So basically cavity is treated as a negative mass. So M2 is mass of the cavity. And what about M1? M1 is the mass of entire thing before we remove the cavity. Same thing can be applied for all the X, Y and Z coordinates separately if you want to get. So all the things like the formula for position of center of mass, if it is treated as if it is split in all 3 separate components, then we get these formulas. So separate formula for X, Y and Z can be applied. If it is symmetric about X, then just get the X coordinate. It will be basically, if it is symmetric about X axis, then just get the X coordinate. YCM and ZCM are going to be 0. Let us have a look at a question. So this is a question. We need to find the position of center of mass of the lamina, which is shown in the figure. So lamina is basically this much. It was a circle. It was a disc of radius A, but we removed the another disc, part of it has been removed, and which is having a radius of A by 2, right? So now we need to get the center of mass of this cavity. So first is, I am treating as 2 different objects. One is, this can be treated as one full disc plus this small disc, where mass of this is like M1 and mass of this is like negative M2. So now let us write the mass. So let us consider that here the density and thickness is basically formula for mass is calculation is density into volume. Volume is area into thickness. So let us say that rho and T, that is, I am considering it sigma. It is sigma into A. So this is the mass. What is M1? M1 is sigma into A. What is the A? A is the area of this, which is having A radius. So area is pi A square. Similarly, what about M2? M2 is going to be negative. The same sigma, but the radius is going to be A by 2. So it is pi A by 2 whole square, pi R square, minus sigma pi A square by 4. This is going to be my M2. Now let us apply the formula. What is the formula here? This is symmetric again about x-axis. We just need to get XCM. YCM and ZCM are going to be 0, 0. So let us get XCM. It is M1 X1 plus M2 X2 divided by M1 plus M2. Since this is a cavity, I am going to make my second mass negative. So what is M1? Sigma pi A square. What is X1? Center of mass of M1. So this center of mass lie over or at the origin. So it is 0, 0. So X1 is 0. Plus m2. m2 is basically negative mass, so I am writing minus sigma pi a square by 4 into x2. What is the center of mass of this disk? So if this is the only disk, then center of mass lies of this cavity lies over here, which is having a x coordinate as a by 2. So a by 2 divide by m1 plus m2. So sigma pi a square minus sigma pi a square by 4. Your m2 is negative over here. And when you solve it, basically in this case, all the sigma pi a square terms are gone. You are left with minus a by 8 over 1 minus 1/4, that is 3/4. So this cancels it too and we get minus a by 6. Why minus a by 6? So minus a by 6 means where? Somewhere over here. So center of mass of this entire disk after removing cavity lie at a distance of a by 6. Other way around because it is negative from the center. And were we expecting this? Yes, we were expecting this because when you remove mass from here, the center of mass goes away from, like initially it was at center. When you remove this mass, center of mass lie toward a larger mass. What if you add some mass over there? If you add, then it should shift towards right. So similarly, when you remove something, it should shift towards left.